Number 25, Trift Bridge, Switzerland. Has one of the highest and longest suspension bridges in the Alps. Nothing more than a couple planks of wood and some steel cables separate hikers from the icy glacier hundreds of feet below. Number 24, the Half Dome, Yosemite National Park. Although in the early 20th century this peak was declared perfectly inaccessible, since then thousands of hikers have made the steep climb up its rocky slope with the assistance of a couple cables attached to the top. Number 23, CN Tower Edgewalk, Toronto. On the 116th floor of the CN Tower there is a sidewalk that loops around the outside of the building. Every year between the months of May and October, tourists can strap themselves in and lean out over the city to get a spine-tingling adrenaline rush. Number 22, Devil's Pool at Victoria Falls. This natural rock pool on the edge of Victoria Falls in Zambia is a popular destination for tourists seeking a close brush with death. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even lie down with your arms extended over the edge. Number 21, the Eiger, Switzerland. This mountain in the Bernese Alps is one of the more treacherous climbs in the world. Its north face alone has claimed over 60 lives in the past 70 years. Number 20, Golden Rock, Myanmar. Teetering on the edge of Mount Kaiktio is a popular pilgrimage site for Buddhists who believe the trek to the summit will give them good health and fortune. Number 19, Trolltunga, Norway. Jutting out of the mountain above Skegedal in Oda, Norway, this outcropping's name literally translates to Troll's Tongue in Norwegian. Number 18, Tyrol Platform, Austria. At first glance, this observation deck, located almost 11,000 feet above Stubai Glacier near Tyrol, Austria, looks like little more than a high dive platform. The only way to get out here is to take a cable car and then climb up a long staircase to the top. On the clear days, though, the journey is worth it, with views reaching as far as Venice, Italy. Number 17, Gozo Cliffs, Malta. Dropping straight down into the Mediterranean Sea, these insanely high outcroppings are perfect for cliff diving, or maybe just watching the sunset if you want to play it safe. Number 16, Llangollen Canal, Wales. Just east of Llangollen, Wales, you'll find the world's longest and highest aqueduct. Every year it ferries thousands of boats along its narrow span, and with no guardrails, the rides can be a bit unnerving as the boat slams against the metal sides of the trough. Number 15, Precarious, Norway. Also known as the Preacher's Pulpit, visiting this 600-meter high cliff is not recommended in winter or spring when the path to the top is paved with ice. In summer, though, the view of the valley below is breathtaking. Number 14, Meteora Monasteries, Greece. The surreal Meteora Monasteries of Greece were originally built by monks to be a refuge from Turkish invaders, and until 100 years ago there wasn't any way to get out to them except by rope ladders. Today, however, you can take a cable car or walk up the perilous staircase out onto the stone. Number 13, Gordons Bay, Cape Town. These cliffs, found not far from the legislative capital of South Africa, surround a calm bay and are often used by thrill seekers as a diving platform. Number 12, Atlanters Highway in Norway. The Atlantic Ocean Road in Norway is just as precarious as the other places on this list, albeit for a different reason. Winding its way across the surface of the waves, motorists have to be extremely cautious as harsh winds and crashing surf easily make this one of the more dangerous stretches of pavement in the world. Number 11, the Huntington Raven Headwall in New Hampshire. Formed by a glacier over thousands of years, this headwall on Mount Washington is only accessible by one steep, winding trail. In recent years, hikers have been killed by everything from avalanches to ice falls, so ascend at your own risk. Number 10, Huakong Temple, China. Legend has it that the Hanging Temple in China's Shaanxi province was built by one man. 1,500 years later, it still stands, or hangs, off the edge of a cliff almost 300 feet above the riverbed below. Number 9, Kjærbolten, Norway. This world-famous rock is precariously located between two cliffs on Mount Kjerag in Norway. Every year it attracts thousands of visitors bold enough to get their picture taken standing or crawling on it. Just don't look down. Number 8, Mount Margarias, France. This mountain in France's Savoie region is certainly worth the climb. As beautiful as the view can be, however, don't get too close to the edge. Falling over would not end well. Number 7, the Grand Canyon, Arizona. There's no way we could get through this list without mentioning one of the world's most famous canyons, and at over a mile deep, dangling your feet off the edge is sure to give you a rush. Number 6, Swallow's Nest, Ukraine. When you think of precariously positioned places, probably one of the last things to come to mind would be a castle. The Swallow's Nest in Ukraine, however, was built directly over the edge of a cliff overlooking the Black Sea. Number 5, Anzite long-span suspension bridge in China. At over 1,000 feet up, this long-span suspension bridge is one of the highest in the world. Although driving over the top should be relatively safe, working underneath the bridge can definitely make for some precarious situations. Number 4. Mount Hua Plank Walk in China. Yes, what you see is real. With nothing more than a chain to grasp with your hands and flimsy boards nailed into the mountain for your feet, the ascent to the top of this mountain will make your palms sweat just thinking about it. Number 3. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland. Located in County Clare, these cliffs cater to millions of visitors every year, with everyone from die-hard adrenaline junkies to laid-back photographers enjoying the view. Number 2. Perrine Bridge, Idaho. Approximately 480 feet above the Snake River in Idaho, you'll find the only man-made structure in the United States where base jumping is allowed year-round without a permit. And number 1. Yungas Road, Bolivia. Known as the Road of Death, the 38-mile Yungas Road connects the Amazon rainforest to La Paz, Bolivia. There's not a single guardrail, and in many places the road isn't any wider than 10 feet. With between 200 and 300 people careening to their deaths every year, it's considered by many to be the most dangerous road on Earth.